What a gwan, peeps, what a gwan. This is Valerie's Naturals Oracles here. And earlier I did a really short version of this message that I've got on this spread here today. I actually pre-shuffled, prayed over these cards, spoke to the spirit, spoke to divine, and this is the message that's come out today. So it looks to me like I was explaining on Instagram, because my Instagram is Valerie's Naturals Oracle, and this will either go up on Patreon and or YouTube. Not sure where yet. I'm thinking about it, because this is such a beautiful message. It's all about co-creation with spirit. It's all about taking action about your dream, your purpose in life. And I purposely turned the actual bottom of the deck up so you can see that as well. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I will certainly explain it for you. I might pick up the camera at some stage, but it's a bit dodgy getting it right back again. So let's start with the message. So the first thing on the top row is the moonology, and it says surrender to divine, have faith in your dreams, and communication is key. Now you can read it that way, or you can read it downwards as well. It doesn't matter. It's almost the same message. So, shall we look at a couple of the cards in the moonology? Surrender to the divine. Have faith in your dreams. Communication is key. Shall we look at surrender to the divine first of all? Because that is such an interesting message. Why does divine want you to surrender? Let's find out, shall we? And that's in the full moon. So, let's have a quick read of that one. Okay, let's have a look at that one, because this, I'm very intrigued with this one as well. So, surrender to divine, full moon. The very word climax brings all sorts of ideas and images to mind. Agreed? But it really is the feeling of this card. Life is coming to a head, a point, a conclusion, or a turning point. There may be some kind of change and possibly even some sort of emotional explosion. Tune into your emotions now and see what they're telling you. They're very likely close to the surface, no matter where in the moon cycles you've pulled this card. Matters will soon conclude, and you'll find out whether or not your wishes are going to come true. The odds are in your favor, as this is a positive card, but you may need to work harder than usual to keep cool as events unfold. Oh, is there something that you've been pondering over, or is there something that hasn't come to a conclusion and you need to surrender it to the divine? So attune to the moon. I am getting the answers I need. Maybe divine just going to get those answers you need. Let me show you this card, because it's a beautiful card. Can you see that? It's surrender to divine. Anyway, let's carry on. So it says, a wish you made may be about to come true. It's make or break time. There could be a sense of madness in the air. Breathe deep and stay calm. You may need to forgive someone to release negative energy. It's time to let go of the past and move on. Is there something or someone that's did you something, and you're going to have to either forgive them and forgive yourself? I thought this is all about the divine, but divine is telling you to actually forgive and forget, isn't it? And move on. Release it so you can get rid... Because, you know, stagnant energy is not good, and that's why we've got stuck energy down the bottom, but I will show you that card. Anyway, the teachings of this card is, the full moon marks the climax of a lunar cycle, making this card something of a power card. The full moon is often the time when answers are given to questions asked during the new moon, and pulling this card at any time in the lunar cycle suggests answers will be coming your way before too long. So, what have you been pondering over? Is it your purpose of life? Do you know your purpose? Do you know usually what they say? The purpose of, especially if you're an awakened person, is the first thing you should be looking at is what your passions are, and the second thing is to look at your North Node. Look at your North Node. It will tell you what your purpose is. But I always say go with your passions, and you can't go far wrong, because if you have a passion, it's normally something that you can not only do for yourself, and you can't wait to spring out of bed and do it, because you don't want a job or something that you do that you just loathe doing. The whole purpose of life is to do something that you love. And in turn, that will help to serve divine as well, because more than likely, if you are an awakened person, that purpose is going to relate to the divine, to your purpose in life, to helping people, to helping the masses, to helping humanity. And that's what it's all about. So anyway, let's move on. So I'll show you the other cards here as well before we move on. Have faith in your dreams. That is self-explanatory, isn't it? I think. You know, it's all about manifestation, that card. Manifestation and holding fast to your dreams. Communication and key. New moon in Gemini. There you go. I'm only going to read one from each line because it's going to be too much if I carry on. But that one again is quite obvious, isn't it? And at the bottom of the deck is hold your vision. Do you see what I mean? It all relates, doesn't it? Hold your vision. Surrender to divine. Have faith in your dreams. Communication is key. And hold your vision. There you go. So that's what's at the bottom of the deck. So let's move on. This is the wisdom of the oracles. And this says, go create higher power. Again, divine is talking there. And yang. So we have, I'll show you co-create, because that's a beautiful card. Can you see that? There's a tiger sitting on a building there with an owl. An owl is very wise, isn't it? And then, what does that look like there? Is it an egg or is it a stone? Oh, it looks like a stone with a face on it. Humpty Dumpty, maybe? Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. But again, this card is all about creating with divine. Divine is asking you to co-create with them with this card. You know, there's great potential there. Make sure you look into the nudges and the synchronicities that divine is sending you, what spirit is sending you, because there's a message there for you. And it's all about, you know, your purpose all over again. But anyway, again, divine is all over this reading today, isn't it? Look, higher power. And they're with you all the way, 100%. So tap into your intuition. And then there's yang. This is a beautiful card. And this is the masculine. So yin and yang. Yin and yang is the masculine and the feminine. And this is the masculine. And it's all about taking charge, action, getting things done. But we're going to read this one because it's a brilliant one to have. Because it's number one, you know. It's number one in the pack, yang. So we're going to have a look at this one, shall we? And before we do that, at the bottom of the deck is no place like home. And that card is, look, can you see? It's like a feed line from Earth to the home. Is this where your thinking cap works best? Anyway, let's read yang, shall we? And this is from the wisdom of the oracles. Yang, and it's such a beautiful card. Where is it? Let's look for that one. Yang. Okay. The essential meaning for this card, the masculine principle of movement and creative activity, the power to make things happen and take in action. The oracle message, yang represents the power of action, the energies that propel the world forward and manifest in thought and desire into concrete form. What did I say about manifestation? Now is the perfect time to act, for you can easily build momentum and make headway. What you want will come to fruition if you proceed confidently. This card signifies new life and is a sure sign that obstacles have been overcome. There is no reason to hesitate. You are the shaper of your destiny now. In regards to relationships in this card, yang, circumstances are supporting action on your part. It's okay to make the first move. Trust that you will quickly know where you stand in matters of the heart. There is movement towards your highest good. So go forth with assurance. Passion is in the air, and now is the time to dance to the tune of love. Take the lead. Interesting, interesting. So the prosperity message for this card is projects, partners, and all matters relating to your business are out of the obstacle phase and onto the make it happen phase. Now is the time to stake your claim and get things done. While you can expect to be busier than usual, this card tells you that you have all the energy and vitality you need to accomplish your goal. Abundance is waiting for you to claim it. Do you see what I mean? This card, this actual spread today, it's all about co-creating with divine. It's all about getting what you want, manifesting. It's such a beautiful spread. I love it. You know, so get your thinking caps on. What is it that you should be creating? Anyway, let's move on to angels and ancestors, shall we? So, let's see what the angels and ancestors have to say. So we've got the Shield Maiden. Again, these cards are beautiful, aren't they? Make plans and focus. Okay. Then we've got the Knight. Be brave and honest. And we've also got the Warrior. Be fearless and stand strong. But what I'm interested in is the Shield Maiden. But first of all, at the bottom of that deck is the Medicine Guardian. Be open to healing information. Is divine talking to you again? Anyway, let's have a look at the Shield Maiden. So let's find what the Shield Maiden is. The Shield Maiden. And she is one of the sacred ones in that deck. So that's number 70. Okay, so the message is, have a plan or strategy in place before moving forward. And the Shield Maiden is the female knight in shining armour. In Viking traditions, women were seen as equal to men and so joined them on their raids and fought with them on the battlefield. In this deck, the Shield Maiden brings a fierce feminine energy, the power to be a warrior while retaining feminine sensitivity. She is ready to put her plan into action. She's ready to go to battle. Her medicine helps us move beyond any unsettled feelings where our plans start to take shape and follow through with our strategies in order to be where we want to be. Shield Maidens work together in times gone by to create shield walls of protection. So she also shows us how to work with others in order to bring our plans to fruition. That's the message here about the friends and colleagues. As I said in the short version, you know, you need help. If you need help, reach out. But anyway, the extended message, take some time to assess what your next steps will be. All great warriors have a plan. You are a sensitive being, and if you are not prepared for the task you are taking on, you can end up feeling exposed and helpless. The ancestor guidance that is coming to you now is a reminder that you have a warrior's heart and that you have it within you to be more prepared and focused than you have been recently. So, have a strategy in place and then let your guide support you as you move forward. Again, this is all about creating your purpose. Your plan, put your plans in place. Is there things that you want to manifest that you need to plan and stretch? Because people don't realize that manifestation is not just ask, believe, receive. It's ask, believe, take action, receive. There's got to be some form of action. It's a 20% your part, 80% divine's part. You hearing that? 20% your part, 80% spirit's part. You've got to have the push forward to actually get the momentum going. So, this is what this spread is all about. That explains it in a nutshell, but we'll move on. So, on the last row is stuck energy. I don't know if you can see that. Stuck energy. And we have friends and colleagues. So, like I said, this spread is just fantastic. It's just a wonderful spread. It's all about co-creating your purpose in life, what you want to do. Because I was listening to a podcast this morning all about your purpose, and if you don't know your purpose, how to find your purpose. And like I said, the first thing you should be looking at is what you are fascinated about. What do you love? What is your passion? That's the first thing you should be looking at, because there's a reason that passion is there. You know, that could be your purpose in life. I found my passions. I've got 2 or 3 actually, but they're all my passions, and I try and give them all equal time, although some get more time than others. Like the tarot. Tarot is such a passion in my life right now, and it's terrible. I've just clicked in cards after cards after cards, you know, but they always give the message, no matter what type of cards or how many different packs or decks, they always relate together, and that's spirit doing his thing, talking to us, you know, giving the message through the different cards, you know, the same message in different packs, and I love it, you know. So spirit is definitely channeling through me. But anyway, let's have a look at friends and colleagues in the quantum. This is from the Quantum Oracle, and it's all about the people. So let's just see. 113. So, oh, did I tell you what's at the bottom of that pack? I might read that one as well, because I've not seen that card come out. Status quo. That's at the bottom of that pack there. So we've got stuck energy, friends and colleagues, and this is at the bottom of this deck, status quo. So we might read that one as well, because I've not seen that one come out before. And it's all about cycles. So let's have a look at friends and colleagues first of all. A group of people are gathered around a table, laughing and enjoying each other's company. Receiving this card indicates a time of camaraderie and closeness with others. Have a look at these pictures. Oh, sorry, that was my other phone. Because I'm recording on my iPhone, but that was my Android that's making noises. I think it's what do you call it? It's like Siri, isn't it? Anyway. Receiving this card indicates a time of camaraderie and closeness with others. You may be widening your social group or getting more intimate with someone with whom you resonate greatly. There could also be new connections with people in your work or business environment. A colleague could become a friend. A new association may be willing and ready to give you support on an important project or even help you move forward in your career. These are important energies, so if you're accustomed to isolating yourself, get out of your own way. Whether it's in your personal or work life, let yourself forge genuine new connections and fortify old ones now. This card upright could also indicate a party or celebration of some kind. Enjoy these fun times. And the affirmation that goes with that card is, the universe is filled with caring people. I open my life to these wonderful support. Isn't that lovely? That's such a positive card. I'm going to hold it up again. There you go. Anyway, let's move on to the last card in the pack, because it's completely obvious what this whole message is all about. It's completely obvious, isn't it? So, status quo. Let's find that one, because I've not seen that one before. Cycles. Beautiful. Okay. So status quo, staying the same. So upright, this card shows a street where everything is the same. Upright, this card indicates a period of little change for you. It's advisable at this time to maintain the present energy regarding such endeavours at work, as work, relationships or locations. There is value in allowing the momentum of your life to continue on its present path. Although the outer energy remains steady, don't lose sight of the inner work that could be percolating under the surface. The regularities of this time actually allow you to bring more balance into your thoughts and your behaviours. Now is the time to meditate, read and socialise with people of like mind. Let yourself focus on these activities and make them a priority now. If status quo turns up at a time when you are actually going through some significant change, it's telling you to engage in the personal activities that will help you maintain as much inner balance as possible. Remember, the center of your status quo is always your divine nature. There you go. So, the affirmation that goes with this card is, I determine the emotional energy of my life. My inner strength flows through every experience. So, I hope that was a fantastic message for somebody. It just screams co-creating with divine. It just screams manifestation. It just screams stepping out of your comfort zone, letting people help you. This, it's just a fantastic message, because I'm on this journey with everybody else. So I hope the collective enjoyed this. I hope you'll ride with me, the Watagwan family. Catch me at Valerie's Naturals Oracles on Instagram, on Twitter. No, I haven't done a Twitter yet. I don't know if I want to do a Twitter. But I've got Valerie's Naturals Oracle on YouTube, on Instagram, and on Patreon. But Patreon is where I do most of my work. I'm talking all about the ascension process, what things you should be looking out for. I'm doing documentation on there, it's absolutely fascinating stuff. And there's another YouTuber, and I cannot remember his name. Wait a minute, I've actually got one of his podcasts up at the moment. Who gives you meditations, and it tells you all about the revolution. What is going on with the higher selves, and it's the guy's name is Brian Scott. So look him up. I mean, he's got like hundreds of videos on there, but I found some of the meditations, meeting your higher self and opening your chakras and all sorts of stuff. It's just a fascinating thing. I mean, if you want to know more information, but I'm actually starting doing stuff, and I do audios on Patreon as well as upload documentation. And I write about the ascension. And the first thing I've written about is about awakened people. How do you know you're awakened? So I'm going to go on to talk about Kundalini and what Kundalini is all about. And if you're an awakened person, do some research. Kundalini is about your awakened self on the inside, and how it relates to your journey. And then we can talk about the 3D, the 5D. It goes on and on and on, So, anyway, I'm going to leave it there, Watagwan family. Go in peace, and Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Take care.